Hey everyone, welcome to JUENFO Kitchen where we just enjoy food. So let's enjoy this step-by-step guide on how to make boiled dumplings. To my bowl right here, I'm going to add a cup of all-purpose flour, a quarter cup of cornmeal, and that is refined cornmeal, and 1 teaspoon of salt. If you don't care for cornmeal, you can just leave that out and do straight flour. The cornmeal helps to kind of break up the flour and makes the dumplings easier to chew and not so gummy, so to speak. With clean hands and short nails, I'm going to give this a good mix before I start to add my water. Now I have a small glass of water here, and I'm going to pour this into my mixture a little at a time while I gradually bring my dough together. Now if you're a beginner in the kitchen, or if it's your first time making boiled dumplings, or if you're not so experienced, I highly recommend that you use your hands to work the dough because you'll get a better feel of what it is like while you bring it together. So I'm going to pour in a little at a time. And if by chance you pour too much water, you can always add some more flour to balance that out. So once your dough comes together, and you'll know this because most of the flour will be moist, you want to start kneading. And you knead your dough using a fold and press action. And try to get all the remaining flour that's left in your bowl. So after you're finished kneading your dough, you should have a texture somewhat like this, which is not too wet and not too dry. As you can see, it's not sticking and it's pliable enough to work with. So what I like to do is to form all my dumplings at once before I add them to my pot. So this dough will probably give me about 4 to 6 depending on how big the dumplings are. And one tip I want to share with you guys is to just separate all the pieces before you start to shape your dumplings, so you will know exactly how much you are working with and you won't have to redo everything if you come up short. So I got my 6 dumplings and now I'm going to start shaping them. So what you'll do is to roll into a golf ball, press, and use your thumb to put a little well in the center, or you can hold it like this and slightly squeeze. And if you're a perfectionist, you can use your index finger and go around and shape them into a perfect circle. And when you're through, they should be about 1/2 inch thick in diameter. And you can also spread them thinner by pressing, slightly pressing and turning at the same time. Before you add your dumplings to your pot, you want to make sure that your water is boiling. If not, they tend to stick to the bottom of the pot or to any food that is in the pot already. I already have some yams in my pot and I don't want my dumplings to stick to them. And you want to make sure that you put them on top of the heavier food that is in the pot, in this case the yams. And when you put your lid on, you want to leave it slightly ajar because your pot will boil over, or you can boil it without the lid. After 15 minutes, your dumplings should be done, and you can tell when they're done because they usually float to the top. And they have basically doubled in size. And there you have it, a step-by-step guide on how to make boiled dumplings. Hope you found this video to be helpful. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed, and help us to reach our first 1,000 subscribers. Check out my soup recipes that I made using dumplings as well. I will link them below for you. Follow me on all my other socials, which are also linked in the description. If you try any of my recipes, feel free to tag me on Instagram at JUENFO_ and follow me as well. Thanks for watching, and until next time, live life to the fullest and just enjoy food.